Hi, thanks for joining. My name's Rob, and today I'm going to show how Flexitive helps to automate layout across unlimited sizes quickly. Now, for this video, we're going to pick up where we left off in our last video on creating your first size. If you haven't had the chance to take a look at that video yet, I do recommend jumping back and watching that one before you carry on with this one. But for today, I'm going to use the 16 by 9 that we built in that video and use it to activate the rest of these responsive sizes as well as a handful of fixed sizes. Now, once I've got my first size built, all I need to do to create a new size in Flexitive is just in this All Sizes view, click on it. And Flexitive is going to adapt the layout from my existing size into this new one that I'm trying to create. And I can do this for as many or as few different sizes as I'd like. Now, I'm currently activating full screen landscape responsive sizes. These are all aspect ratios that are associated with some devices' full screen aspect ratio. When I activate this 1x1 now, this layout is not quite as well suited for the 1x1 as it was to the rest of the full screen sizes. So what I'm going to do is jump into this 1x1 by clicking on it and make a couple quick changes to the layout. So I'm going to reposition, resize my elements. And while I do that, I wanted to bring special attention to the fact that all of the changes I'm making are only affecting the size that I'm working in. So changing the size, changing the position of elements is not going to affect that layout that I've created for the 16 by 9 and the rest of my full screen sizes. So I can just quickly resize, reposition my elements. There we go. And then I'm going to hold down Control. I'm on a Windows machine, so Control will work. If you're on a Mac, you can use Command. And just select all my elements to kind of group them as one, and then hit Align to Center of Canvas. There we go. From here, I'm going to jump back out to my landscape full screen sizes. So just click full screen here, and I can take a quick look. And as you can see, all of my different sizes are completely unchanged except for this 1x1 where I moved the size and positioning around a little bit. So from here, I'm going to jump across to my full screen portrait sizes. So I'll just click on Portrait in the Sizes panel. And again, to activate a new size, all you need to do is click on it. Now, whenever you activate a new size in Flexitive, Flexitive will always take the closest matching aspect ratio to the design that you're currently activating. So this 3x4's closest match was the 1x1, so that's the layout that it used. Then from there, I can continue to click, and Flexitive will adapt this design to the different aspect ratios. Now, full screen designs are great for things like digital signage, or maybe you're building a full screen interstitial. But there is also the option to build these, as you can see in the sizes panel, in-page responsive sizes. Now, an in-page responsive design might be used for, say for example, a hero design on your website. But all you need to do to jump over there is click on in-page, and it'll take me across to this view. Now, once again, all you need to do, click on it. Flexitive will create that new size for you. I'm going to jump into this 1x2 now and make a couple more quick edits. So just reposition, resize some elements to make them fit a little bit better to the canvas. Just do that super quickly. And what I'm actually going to be doing here, in addition to repositioning and resizing these elements, is this adaptive bean logo here, this flat version of it. It doesn't work very well as we get to these tall, skinny sizes. So I'm actually going to be replacing this logo here with a more vertically stacked version that I've already uploaded to my assets panel. So as you can see down here, I've got this vertically stacked adaptive bean. So what I'm going to do, because I want this adaptive bean logo to still be visible in the rest of my sizes, I'm not going to delete it. Now, I mentioned earlier, moving elements around only affects the size you're working in. Deleting elements is a change that actually affects everything. So if I deleted it here, it would be deleted from the rest of my sizes as well. Instead, I'm going to use this show/hide element on this canvas. So this is in the layers panel. You can see there's a little eye icon next to each layer. Clicking on that eye icon will make it switch to hidden. Now, I've got show hidden layers on right now. So you can see it's gone to this kind of translucent color for me. And this is just to indicate that in the final published version of the design, this adaptive bean logo will not be visible. This just lets me kind of still have access to it if I wanted to edit it in any way. If I wanted to actually fully delete it, for example, I could do that here. Or if I wanted to bring it back, all I need to do is click on the eye. But I'm not going to need that for this particular size, so I'm just going to toggle show hidden layers back off again. And then you can see it completely disappears from view, just to clean up my canvas a little bit. From here, same as normal, I'll drag and drop my vertically stacked logo onto the canvas. resize it a little bit. And similarly to deleting elements, adding an element to the canvas also is going to add it to every single size. So I only want this right now to be visible on this 1x2. So in the size and position panel, this automatically gets opened when you drag and drop a new asset onto the canvas. In that size and position panel, at the top of the panel, you'll see there's this visibility on sizes option. Now, I only want this to be visible on the size I'm currently working in. So I'm going to click only this size. You'll get a little message letting you know that this has been hidden from all other active sizes. Now there are going to be situations where you just want an image to only be visible on some portrait sizes or only landscape. You can use these two buttons here in those cases, or you can even just bring it back to all your sizes if you'd like as well, just by clicking all sizes. Now again, just going to hold down Control, select all my elements, align them to the center of the canvas, and we'll return back out to our all sizes view. Now from here, I think you guys kind of understand the scaling process, so I'm just going to quickly pause the video and scale out the rest of these portrait sizes and come back once that's done. So now that I've activated all of my in-page portrait sizes, I'm going to jump over to the in-page landscape tab here, and I'm going to start activating the rest of my landscape in-page sizes. So 2x1, this one falls into place pretty nicely. I'll just click on 3x1 as well. This one, I'm going to make a couple quick adjustments. Now, in this size, one of the changes I'm going to make is, again, this flat logo doesn't work very well for the this 3x1 size. So once again, I'm just going to hide it. And then at the top of the layers panel, there's this show hidden layers button. I'll toggle that back on. And then from here, I can show this element by clicking on it. So that'll bring back my stacked logo. From here, it's just simple as repositioning and resizing. You've seen this before, so I'll just do this really, really quick. And then again, once I have this size built out, activating additional sizes using this layout will work pretty well. There we go. Awesome. Jump back out to my all sizes view. And then click on the 4x1. And from here, I'll just activate the 5x1 as well. So in the 5x1, just going to make a couple quick edits, change the size of this text a little bit, change the size of the Adaptive Bean Coffee Co. The final change that I do want to make, though, is actually with this coffee cup. As we get to more and more landscape sizes, showing the entire cup becomes less and less feasible. So I'm actually going to crop the cup here. So in the size and position panel, you'll see there's this fit, fill, and crop option. We used this before on the background, but you can do this with elements on your canvas as well. So I'll just click fill and crop. That's going to expand it out to completely fill the bounding box. And then I can use this little green focus to kind of move what part of the image we're looking at around. Let's quickly resize this. And now I got my 5x1. So I've skipped ahead a little bit here. I've activated the 6x1 through 8x1. I'm going to leave the 9x1 and 10x1 inactive here. Now, once I've activated all of the responsive sizes that I need, I do want to review them kind of as a group rather than seeing only the in-page or only the full screen sizes for landscape. I want to see all of my sizes at once. You can do that using the Only Show Active Sizes toggle in the Create/Sizes panel. It's off by default, but if I turn that on, Flexitive is going to give me a view with all of the different sizes that I've activated visible in one place. So that's my in-page landscape sizes here, you can see my in-page portrait sizes, as well as all the full screen sizes that I created earlier. And this is a really great way to quickly review all of the different things that you've activated so far without having to necessarily jump between the different tabs in the sizes panel. So I've activated all these responsive sizes. I'm happy with them. I'm now going to use these responsive sizes to start activating fixed sizes as well. So in the Create/Sizes panel, you'll see that there's these three tabs: responsive, social, and fixed. And you can use designs that you've actually built in other tabs to activate new ones. So I'm going to click on Fixed here to jump over to the Fixed tab. Yes, I'm good with switching. And again, all you need to do to activate a new size in Flexitive is click on it. So I'll click on the 300 by 250. And I'm actually going to jump in and make a couple very quick edits. So we'll resize this coffee cup just a little bit. Just to make this fit a little bit better. This doesn't perfectly match any of the aspect ratios I've activated so far, so it might need a little bit of editing when you activate this size, but generally it'll get pretty close. Again, just hold Control to stack them. return back out to my all sizes view. And then as with before, I can use this new layout as well as all my other responsive layouts to start activating new sizes. So 180 by 150, for example, will activate from the 300 by 250. 200 by 200 is exactly a 1 by 1, so that's the layout that it'll use. And I'll just quickly click through, activate a whole bunch of different fixed sizes. And because I've already built out all those responsive sizes, Flexitive has a lot of different points of reference for how it's going to be activating these new sizes here. So it's going to do a really, really good job for me of activating these sizes. Now I'm going to activate the 320 by 50 here. Now with the 320 by 50, this is a much smaller banner. There's just not enough room to have all of those different elements in there. So I'm just going to jump in, make a couple quick edits here. So I'm going to remove the Celebrate Coffee text, just not enough room. Bring my coffee cup to center. Take this adaptive bean button, make it a little larger. And then I'm going to swap this one out for the more flat logo. There we go. And I've now got this new 320 by 50. Really, really quick, just a little update for this smaller size. And then from here, I'm going to activate this 300 by 50. Now, normally, if I activated this, 300 by 50 is an exact 6 by 1. But in this case, I want to activate this using the layout I just created for my 320 by 50 here. So rather than just using the default activation algorithm in Flexitive, I'm actually going to force it to build this 300 by 50 using the 320 by 50 size. So if I scroll down, you'll see 320 by 50. I can just click on it. And that's going to force Flexitive to use that 320 by 50 layout when activating the 300 by 50. So I like this layout pretty well, so I'm going to keep that. Now, one of the big benefits to Flexitive is once I've activated all these different fixed and responsive sizes, I can still make changes to one size that are going to affect every single size I've created. Now, we're going to see this in some videos such as animations, but in here, I wanted to show you how I can change this hero image, this premium roast coffee cup, into a set of a different hero image, such as a bag of whole beans. So I'm just going to click on my 300 by 250 here. And in the assets panel, you'll see that I've already got these beans in here. Now, rather than just simply dragging and dropping them onto the canvas, which is what we've been doing up until now, I'm going to show you how to swap this element. So just going to click on my premium roast coffee cup. And you'll see that in the assets panel, there's this swap asset icon for every single image. Now, all I need to do to change this coffee cup into a bag of whole beans is in the assets panel, click swap asset. And Flexitive is going to do a 1-for-1 swap of those two assets across every single size in my design. So if I go back out to my all sizes view now, you'll be able to see that that coffee cup has been swapped across every single size. It is not just my fixed sizes. If I jump over to responsive again, you'll see it on the responsive sizes as well. So this is a really, really awesome and quick way for you to make these changes really, really quickly. So that's everything I wanted to cover today with activating additional sizes. In the next video, I'm going to be covering animations. So I'm just going to jump back into my full screen sizes, jump into a 16 by 9, start showing you how you can add animations to your canvas. But until next time, thanks so much for joining and hope you have a great day.